you're like me and you have yet to make your vision board, then this video is just for you. In this video, you'll have everything you need to make a vision board that actually works, and why this is the best way. Hi everybody, it's Orooj and welcome back to a brand new video. I'm super excited to film this one. I've been wanting to film it for a while now. It is January 2026 and I still have not made my vision board. So if you are in the same boat, then this is just the video for you. Do not make it until you watch this video, okay? So I started vision boarding maybe I'd say 2-3 years ago. I don't even exactly remember. When I started to kind of change my mindset and change my life kind of thing, I was like, what's a tool that could actually help me achieve that? And I learned about vision boards, and vision boards are actually a really, really, really useful tool because it makes it so much easier for you because everything is just visual. If you're a visual learner like me, then vision boards are the best thing for you. Now, I know a lot of people actually make vision boards, but they don't really tend to come true or work. And that's for a lot of reasons, which I'm going to be talking about today in this video. But overall, my vision boards have actually come true, even if it was in ways that I did not anticipate or expect. I know people love to make their vision boards very aesthetic, very pretty, but sometimes those are not the best ones to make, because if you're just doing it for the visuals, you're not actually putting real meaning into what you're building the vision board for, you know? And again, I know we're already in the middle of January, but this is the perfect time to finally get some clarity on what it is that you want, and especially what you want to achieve this year. So we're going to be making our vision board together, and this video will be the one to help you. So what is a vision board actually? A vision board is basically a big board that you make with a bunch of visuals that you have on top of it. That is basically all the desires that you want to come true, okay? Now, it's basically to just put in perspective what it is that you actually want to achieve and what you want out of this year, okay? A vision board is not like a wish list. It's not that you just slap pictures of the things that you want. Oh, I want this car. Oh, I want this house and stuff like that. Sometimes it's not as simple or as easy as you want it to be. Sometimes it can be, but there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you actually don't notice. When people's vision boards don't work, it's not because they don't believe enough. It's because nothing about what they did daily or in their lives actually supported that vision of theirs. Your vision board should be changing how you're actually moving throughout your daily life, and not just for the 5 minutes that you're literally looking at it, okay? And again, if I'm looking down, I have all my notes on my handy dandy iPad, and I will be showing you guys my vision boards that I have made in the past, so I can tell you what worked and what didn't. Now, why do most vision boards fail? It's because they're built off of a fantasy rather than building your identity. We're using and pasting photos of lives that actually require discipline and boundaries and habits that you haven't actually worked on yet. That's why you don't want to be choosing photos of things and people and places that don't actually align with who you are and what you can do and what habits you're trying to build or what kind of person you're trying to become. That's why it's better to post things that will motivate you on your vision board, but not things that seem very fantasy type. If you're posting a picture of you waking up early mornings, do you actually want to wake up early mornings? Or are you comfortable being that night owl who likes to spend time doing work throughout the night or doing stuff like that? Don't force yourself to be someone you don't want to be or something you don't like. Another reason they fail, your nervous system does not feel safe with your vision. What does that mean? You're posting a vision of something that you don't feel safe about. It makes you anxious when you look at it rather than excited or happy or motivated. That means that thing is not in alignment with you. You should not be putting that on your vision board to begin with, okay? So it's important to be choosing things that will actually align with who you want to become, more than just pretty pictures. If your vision board requires a different personality, it won't stick. Now let's talk about how my vision boards have actually come true in the past. Now, I know not everything has come true, but they have come true in ways that I did not expect them to come true. This is my last year's vision board, which has a bunch on it, and I can basically go through what has worked and what hasn't. But a lot of the things is that I look at each image, and even if it hasn't come true, the feeling that I was trying to emulate or achieve was what came true. So even just putting images of me reading a book or spending time with family and friends, or even traveling to certain destinations, this actually did come true. I put over here Turkey, as well as packing, flying, and this is pasta. I went to Turkey and Italy, so this actually did come true in that way. Obviously, it's things that you're planning and wanting at the same time, but this did align with what I was trying to achieve, okay? I even had stuff about interior design in here. I picked up a course for myself that I was completing. I put things like hitting the gym, traveling, just spending time with myself and feeling peaceful and calm. All those things did come true in a way. Even when it came to like this little tiny image, it's literally breakfast pancakes, but I literally started making pancakes super consistently like some weekends, and it's weird how I would look at this and some parts of it came true in ways that I did not even expect it to come true. I went on walks, did go-karting, and I'm also planning for bigger changes in the future too. But the thing that worked in this was that everything that I put on my vision board was basically a feeling I was trying to recreate for myself and something that aligned with what I actually wanted. So even though not everything came true, I did slowly become that version of that person who could basically attain that life. And I slowly became that version that could actually handle more than I did before. My routine started to change, my boundaries started to change. I had more discipline and focus on the habits I wanted to build to be the person that I wanted to be, and basically to grow into that vision that I was creating for myself. Now I'm going to teach you guys the Born Pretty method for your vision board, okay? This is a method that I use and what you should be using for 2026. Rule number 1 is identity before aesthetics. You have to literally sit down and ask yourself, who am I becoming? Not just what do I want. Write down the habits of the person that you want to be, what their routine looks like, what things they would be doing in their daily life. Like if you want to be a motivational speaker, it could literally be tiny things that you're putting up on your vision board to represent the type of person that you're becoming. Like someone who's practicing speaking in the mirror, or someone who's trying to basically meet with a lot of people to build that kind of confidence to be able to talk in front of those kind of people. It could literally be as simple as that. Rule number 2, lifestyle over outcome. I don't just visualize the success, I visualize what my mornings are going to look like. I'm visualizing the lifestyle of that person who has that vision, not just what's going to happen, what the results are, not just that. It's basically about who I'm trying to become, what my life will look like, and how I will feel living that life. And rule number 3, peace is a non-negotiable. If it costs my peace and it makes me feel anxious or scared or stressed, then it's not on my vision board. Yes, I agree with the phrase that if your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. But if it's something that's actually causing you like real anxiety, or it's something that you are forcing yourself to be but you just can't be, do not add that to your vision board. It is going to hinder you instead of help you grow. But if it's something you really want to achieve, take it step by step. Put images of how you're trying to become that person, not just the results, not just the big impact. You need to see the small steps that will take you there to becoming that person who can handle that. Now let's build our vision board. Step number 1 is to basically figure out how you want to feel. I like to use Canva for my vision boards. Canva is a great software to use. It's free and it basically gets the job done really well. And it's also really easy to use. So I just opened up my last year's vision board and I broke it down into a few categories to help basically organize what you need to put on your vision board. So category 1 is health, whether that be working out or a certain type of workout that you like to do, swimming, how you're eating, what you're putting into your body, how you're moving your body, stuff like that. Number 2 is wealth, whether that's saving for something, investing your money, making more money, improving your career. Third I put was relationships. So basically whoever that you find is important in your life, whether that be your friends, your family, if you want to create new relationships, you can also put that in there too. And just fostering even the relationships that you have right now. Another category I added was love. Now that is totally up to you. But love can mean a lot of things for a lot of people. It doesn't have to be with a partner. It could be with your family, again, with anybody, even love with yourself, okay? And just basically how that feels for you. Next here I put was career. So things I want to improve in my career, what it is I want to achieve, what certain things I'm trying to work towards. And then another thing I put here was travel. If you love to travel like I do, this is a great category to just put inspiration for where you're going, or what it is exactly the feeling that you want out of traveling, whether that be like if you want to go backpacking or you want to take flights everywhere, I don't know. And then I put hobbies. Hobbies are amazing to put because these are things that you can actually do in your day-to-day life that can help you become that person that you want to be. I put things like reading books, taking care of flowers, cooking, baking. I did a lot of that, painting, and a bunch of other stuff. And hobbies are always great to basically improve yourself as a person, and especially for self-growth. Then I also put mindset and self-care, a bunch of things on this, like skincare, cleaning your room, organizing your clothes, and just any image of anything else that I feel like I want to be. Now you can find these images off of Pinterest, Google, whatever. Pinterest has a lot of nice images, but search up pictures or choose pictures that actually give you the feeling of who you want to be and what you want, okay? The way I like to look at it is if I'm going through photos and I'm seeing a specific photo, I want to kind of be able to imagine myself in that photo. And I'm choosing a photo that I personally resonate with and is something that I can see myself as well as makes me feel good. Now that comes back to that same point, you do not want your vision board to be making you anxious. You want it to make you feel good. So choose images where you can actually feel what it is that you want or who it is that you're trying to become. So choose visuals that represent behavior and not perfection. Next is to add systems in there too. So again, images that basically make you feel like you're moving, there's movement in there, there's routine in there, there's behaviors in there, habits in there. Use those images. And take out anything that's making you feel left behind. Or again, if something's making you not feel good, take that out. Do not add that in your vision board. And that has nothing to do with lowering your standards. That's actually you being very emotionally intelligent and knowing what it is that you can handle and how much you're going to be pushing yourself. Now here's the pretty girl truth. Your vision board isn't what makes you valuable. It just helps you show up as who you really are. Just remember, you're already worthy of living the life that you want. Your vision board is just there to help you show up for it. Now, how are you going to use your vision board? I recommend printing it out. Again, I like to make mine digital and then print it out, but if you want to be able to print out the photos and then put it on an actual big poster board, go ahead, do it by all means. That's probably even better and more fun too. But if you're like me and like to do stuff digitally and then like just print it out on a piece of paper, put it somewhere where you are going to see it every day. And I don't mean like you're going to literally sit down religiously and just stare at it. That's not what I'm saying. If you work at your desk a lot, put it on the wall right in front. If you have an empty area or wall right where you kind of wake up and see first thing in the morning, put it right there. Just put it somewhere where you will always see it. Like how I put it on my iPad, and I also put it in the backdrop for my phone, which is very helpful actually, so I would recommend for sure doing that. And again, you don't have to sit down every day for like 20 minutes and religiously just look at it. That is not the point. The point is for you to subconsciously basically be aware of what you're working towards and who you're trying to become. It's made to be used as a reminder and basically help you show up, okay? Now you can go about your life, do what it is that you want to do. Just be mindful of how it is that you want to feel and make sure to just show up in the small actions daily. Whether you literally put a picture of a glass of water and that means that you're keeping yourself hydrated, do it. Literally get in the habit of just taking a glass and like drinking it. If you need a freaking cup like I got that helps you drink water more, do it. I also like to put in images with small little phrases, really minimal. I don't want like to use too much text, but basically those little phrases is something that you should be thinking about for that year. So if it's something that you want more abundance in your life, you're going to put phrases that basically help to affirm that abundance, okay? And this is where I like to use affirmations. Sometimes you gotta do a little brainwashing. Nothing crazy, but basically it helps to push you, motivate you, uplift you, rather than you constantly telling yourself negative things that will do the exact opposite. So if there's a theme that you want for your vision board, you can also do that. If it's adapting to something, being able to handle change, then you can be using little phrases to basically help you feel and be that person who is good with change. Now again, keep the phrases short. There shouldn't be too much text. There should be more pictures than text. But choose phrases that, again, make you feel something. Now the real talk here again is that this isn't about control. It's basically about building alignment for yourself. And your alignment does require actions. So again, if it's the tiny little habits that you can do that will help you become that person that you want to be, or make you feel the way you want to feel, then do that. And that's why for your vision board, you don't need a louder one per se. You don't need one that's flashy. You just need one that is honest to you and one that brings out who you are, who you want to be, and your truth, okay? I made a guide walking you guys through the exact process that I talked about in this video. It will be linked down below in the description, so be sure to access that. And that was my video on how to make the perfect vision board that will actually come true and not slow you down this year. So if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below because I'd like to know what you guys are thinking, and I'll catch you guys in the next one then. Bye guys!